Oh, it's great to sing the songs that help reflect what God is doing and what He wants to do in our hearts and lives. This week, I had the opportunity to, along with Karen, to drive across some farmland. Now, I met someone out in Minnesota, and they said, "Well, how'd you get here?" And I said, "I drove." And they said, "Well, why would you do that?" And I said, "Well, I like the drive. And I like to see what's happening this time of the year across the heartland of America, where the plants, the seeds have been planted in the ground, and you're seeing a lot of activity. And I look at that and I think, by faith, there's going to be some crops eventually. You see the farmers, they're out there and they're actively preparing for what's going to happen next. But they're excited about what they've placed in the ground and what is taking root, and eventually there will be a harvest. Now they like to see some rain, they like to see the sun, they like to see growth. But it's exciting. And as I talked to this one person who asked the question, why would you want to drive this far? And I said, because I love to see the farmland. And she looked at me and she said, "Yeah, I did that once." And that was enough for me. That was it. And she says, "I choose to fly to Colorado." And I said, "Well, that's good." And I said, there are times of the year that I would choose that too. But I'm just grateful to be here today. We are, what God wants to do, it's about growth. He wants to see us grow. He wants to see us grow in Him, that we would take root in Him and what He has for us. Today we're going to look at Peter. We're going to look at his life, and we're going to reflect back a little ways to see who he started out as, and then who he slowly became. And a part